Hello and good morning. Welcome to the first day of what is going to be a very busy 9 weeks for myself, but plenty of content creation for you guys. So today I'm getting the final bits packed. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm heading down to London today for a few days. The agenda is a chilled evening this evening, and tomorrow I'm spending the day at the Accounting Council. So I've got my Accounting Council jacket on there, look at that. So yeah, I am Accounting Council all day tomorrow. It's a great session. It's all about QuickBooks telling us what they're planning on doing and us giving feedback as to whether that's the right direction or not, and what we would do to prepare things and get things ready. And then we will be podcasting on the Friday, the following day. So we'll be at our favourite podcasting studio in Brewdog, Waterloo, where we'll be interviewing 3 or 4 different guests for our Ask the Accountant, We've Got Cool Friends episode. So join me as I head down to London. Let's see how much work I can get done and what gear I'm using to get that work done on the train. And yeah, see behind the scenes at QuickBooks head office, see who we can bump into and have a chat with. And also join me behind the scenes as we record the next few episodes of Ask the Accountant, We've Got Cool Friends. Okay, so that's us at the train station now. I'm just waiting for my train down to London's King's Cross at 10:30. I've been and got my hot drink of choice, a salted caramel latte from my favourite Cafe Nero. So yeah, just wait for the train now and then shoot on down to London and get ready for the QuickBooks Accounting Council. It's going to be a good day. I've just had a look at the agenda. That's coming up for tomorrow, and there's some really cool topics on there that should be really valuable for us to understand where they're going so we can start planning, but also so we can give some feedback to make sure they're going in the right direction. So another thing to note, when I'm traveling for all these different meetings and stuff, I don't drive anywhere. I always use public transport, I always get the trains and buses. It's cheaper and I get more work done. I mean, there's also the benefit of the environment there. The environment is far better off if I'm using public transport than driving everywhere. But I get more work done. It's a better use of that time. You know, if I'm going to be stuck in a car driving to London for 6 and a bit hours, where I can't get any work done because I'm driving and focusing on the road, then that's a waste of time. Whereas I could be sat on a train comfortably, using decent Wi-Fi, getting plenty of work done, liaising with the team, helping them with things that they're stuck on. And it's also a shorter trip by a couple of hours, so it makes sense from every direction that I travel and use the transport available to me rather than just drive everywhere. One of my favourite moments when I'm on the East Coast line, travelling with LNER or Lumo down to London. It's about 3 hours into the trip. The train goes hurtling through a train station called Grantham Train Station, which will mean very little to anyone else, but Grantham's where I was born and bred. Spent 18 years of my life in Grantham, so it's always nice to go through, spot the sights, and just take that moment to remember where you came from. Okay, so that's me here in London in the hotel room. I'm staying in a Premier Inn hub this time. I've not stayed in one of these before, but I have to say they're very smart. Really nice, well equipped, small but effective for what I'm doing for 2 nights. Really nice modern rooms with modern controls and displays and aircon and stuff. So I'm going to go and grab the laptop, and then I need to go and do some work. So I didn't get a huge amount of work done on the train because it was very busy. So I will grab the laptop now and go downstairs to the bar area, have a refreshment and get some work done. Okay, so I've decided to pack in work. It's about 5:15, so I'm going to go find somewhere for dinner and maybe have a pint as well. Very productive couple of hours actually in the hotel lobby. I've took my MacBook Air 13-inch M2 down. I've got a couple of management reports done from my team that were
because we're having a huge project at the moment of revamping all management reports for all of our clients. Just to try and get something a bit better quality, a bit more precise, where we're only focusing on 4 or 5 KPIs, so that they're actually of real value to the client, rather than just us saying this is your profit and loss and balance sheet. So we've done that. I've also put some more finishing touches to our new HR system. So we're using Employment Hero HR, which is a huge upgrade for the quality of the HR facilities in OnPoint Accounting. So really enjoying getting that all up and running. And tidied up, got some tasks knocked off from Client Engager, which is our practice management tool. So my team had not allocated me some tasks, so I've got those done as well. Even though I've been travelling for quite a bit today, quite a productive day in the end as well, thanks to the ability of just being able to do work wherever I am. I just hook up my MacBook to my phone as a hotspot, and I can get loads of work done nice and easily. So I will see you all tomorrow for the big day at QuickBooks.
I do have to say, I am loving the view out of this window from my hotel room. So down there we've got the back end of King's Cross. So any train lovers, then that's a great spot for you. And right over there you can see in the distance, that's BT Tower. Really nice spot to have a view out of the hotel room. Normally I end up looking across to someone's balcony or a car park, so it's a bit of a treat to have somewhere quite so nice a view.
Well, hello, good morning. Welcome to day 2 of the vlog. As you know, today's the day we go to QuickBooks. We're going to the head office. We're going to talk about various new products that they're launching. Going to get a bit of an update on where certain things are, like payroll bureau, practice management tool. We're really hoping we're going to get some inside information about the new Intuit Assist, that AI tool that got announced last week from QuickBooks. That'd be really cool to hear what the plan is and how that's going to come into the UK. There's about 20 of us going today. Some fantastic people, real passionate QuickBooks lovers there in that group. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. The sun is only just rising across the buildings across King's Cross Station this morning. It's only about 6:30. Up early though, because I've got things to do in the form of breakfast, and I've got people to see in the form of Aaron Patrick. So I'm just waiting for Aaron to arrive, and then we're going to go out and have breakfast at Dishoom in King's Cross before we make our way over to QuickBooks' head office. So today's agenda is very much a meet and greet, photographs, networking, followed by lunch at the Ivy, where we've all determined what we want for our lunch already on a preset menu. And then this afternoon's when we really get into it. Lots of sessions, breakout sessions, etc. And then we will be finishing that off with a bit of networking before we all make our own separate ways away. Aaron and I will be going out for dinner together tonight because we're podcasting tomorrow, so we need to plan that, go through some question ideas for the guests that we've got. Tomorrow we're going to be in that Waterloo Brewdog location that we absolutely love for podcasting. It's a fantastic setup for podcasting in there. So yeah, really looking forward to that. Now, I'll try and bring you as much as I can about today. There is a lot of confidential stuff being discussed, and there is a lot of non-disclosure agreements, which is, for those that aren't aware, it's basically a legal agreement that I've signed, agreeing that I won't disclose some of the conversations that we have at QuickBooks head office during the Accounting Council meetings. I've signed these quite a few times in the past for being a beta tester and stuff. Basically, it's there to protect the product, protect QuickBooks, and protect us from misinforming people or telling you this is what's going to happen and actually something else happens because it changes before it goes ahead. So yeah, I will talk to you about as much as I can, but please be aware that a lot of it will be redacted because I've got to stay compliant with this non-disclosure agreement, which I completely understand, I'm completely happy to do. It just means I can't quite share with you all the juicy gossip. The benefits of being in a QuickBooks Accounting Council are phenomenal from a point of view of learning about everything early, because it means I can go back to my team and we can start planning how we're going to implement whichever features we want to implement in the future. We can start planning about how that would impact, those features would impact on our current or future processes. So that's really cool. And it kind of gives us that edge, gives us that little step ahead of all of our competition. But as well as that, there's huge value in being there and networking with quite some progressive, thought-leading people. There's some absolutely brilliant people sat around those tables from all different sizes of firms and all different backgrounds. So to hear their opinions on things, to be able to converse with them and discuss the latest challenges you face in your firm is just so valuable. And I don't think we would have ever been in this position 10 years ago in the industry. It's only in the last 5 years, I think, that the industry's really opened up and become more of a community. Whereas beforehand, we were all kind of just walking down the street going, oh, that's that accountant. That person nicked a client off me. That person nicked a client off me. That person's a threat because they're in the same area as me or the same niche as me. We're not like that anymore. It's a much friendlier and more supportive community that we've got, and I'm absolutely loving that. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to a day full of networking, collaborating, and learning about what QuickBooks has got coming up. But first of all, it's time for breakfast. Okay, so it's been a long day. It's been a fantastic day. Unfortunately, due to all the non-disclosure agreements that we've signed, we weren't able to show you any part of the QuickBooks Accounting Council, really. But what I can say is, and I have to be careful so I don't get sued here because of the non-disclosure legal agreements I've signed. What I can say is we had a really good discussion throughout the day about the direction QuickBooks was taking, about new features that are coming, and we spoke about things such as AI, which got announced recently in America, and what that might look like in the UK when it comes. We spoke about practice management. We spoke about branding and marketing. We spoke about payroll bureau. We spoke at length about receipt capture. So we had some really positive conversations, and the right people from both QuickBooks and the Accounting Council were in the room, and they were taking notes, and the feedback was noted and taken back. And yeah, overall, I've walked away feeling like our feedback's been taken on board, not just the positives, but also the constructive feedback that they need to work on. You know, no one gets it right the first time. No one gets it right all the time. So there's always going to be constructive feedback to make things work better. And I feel QuickBooks have taken that on board. Now, unfortunately, as I say, we couldn't take you into those rooms and into those meeting rooms to show you everything that was going on. There was lots of selfies. There was lots of pictures that will be out and about on LinkedIn and stuff. But that's just really of the networking. So, you know, I was too busy chatting to people, to be honest with you, to take loads of video footage and photos. One of the most valuable parts of this whole Accounting Council is being able to network with your peers, being able to talk to accountants and bookkeepers who are equally passionate about QuickBooks and cloud accounting and supporting small businesses. That's the real value, and sharing experiences and knowledge and stuff. So that was achieved today. The other benefit of the Accounting Council is all the cool swag we get. So I'll take you through the swag. So we've got given this lovely QuickBooks gift bag, and in here we've got a QuickBooks Accounting Council cap, which has actually been embroidered with our initials, which is quite nice. Now, I'm not a huge baseball cap wearer myself, Although I probably should be with my head, considering the sun catches it and burns it so often. But yeah, nice baseball cap there with our initials on it. We've got a Accounting Council phone charger, watch charger, headphone charger. Now I've actually got something very similar to this on my bedside table, so to have one of these on my desk is going to be a brilliant little addition. I'm very happy about that, because it's when I'm sat on my desk that I normally can take my watch off and not worry about losing track of my sleep or something. And this is emblazoned with the QuickBooks Accounting Council logo on it, so that's nice. So yeah, you do get some really good swag. He says, I'm just going to throw that over there. So you do get some really nice swag out of all of this. We've got our QuickBooks Accounting Council lanyards with our ID for the day. And on the back is our agenda. So I'll quickly show you that. There we go. That's the agenda. And then this was the logo and the ID and stuff, and the Accounting Council logo. And you could scan each other's badges to connect on LinkedIn, which was quite cool. And then I've also picked up a QuickBooks Accounting t-shirt. So yeah, and then to top all of that off, because that wasn't quite enough apparently, we've got a fantastic QuickBooks Accounting bag, which has been embroidered again with our initials. Some people got their names, I just went for my initials. But this is a fantastic little, not even little, it's blooming huge. This is a fantastic travel bag for, like, if you're away for, I don't know, 2, 3, maybe 4 nights at a push, you'll easily be able to take all your kit in there, clothes, toiletries and stuff like that. It's a really good bag. It is from the Swiss Peak company, so it's a good brand. You know, it's not cheap, nasty stuff that they've just put the logo on here. And it comes with a zipper pocket for travel documents. If you ask my wife, that is extremely handy for me, because 2 years ago I decided to put my passport in my back pocket in an airport once I got through security. Sat down, to do my shoelaces up after security. Got up, carried on, realised about an hour later I'd lost my passport. It'd fallen out of my back pocket. So she will be extremely happy that I've got a travel document section there. Trolley compartment divided into 2 sides with mesh pockets, so put all your clothes in there nice and easily. Hidden zipper drink pocket. Expandable zipper feature, so I can go from 27 litres to 39, which is more than enough for a few days trip. Get a 15.6-inch laptop and a 13-inch tablet in there in 2 different pockets, nice and well protected and cushioned. 4 side straps to secure to trolley compartments. Luggage strap and an adjustable chest and shoulder straps. So yeah, very happy with that bag. That basically means I can send a suitcase I've just ordered back to the supplier when it arrives, so that's good. So yeah, these days I don't really know why they tire me out so much. Like, you're sat down, you're listening to presentations, you're talking to people, you're having plenty of lovely food, coffee, etc. And they even had like a coffee station where, you know, went up and said, "Oh, I'll have a salted caramel latte," and they made it with the barista style coffees and stuff. It was lovely. But I always end these days absolutely shattered. So yeah, so day 2, and that's the QuickBooks event done. Tomorrow, Aaron, Patrick and myself are podcasting all day, so we're interviewing 3 different guests tomorrow for Ask the Accountant, We've Got Cool Friends. So if you've not seen that, all those videos are available on my channel for YouTube. So if you're on LinkedIn and watching this, make sure you head over to our YouTube channel, subscribe, like, follow, and all that good stuff. Ask the Accountant, We Have Cool Friends is our pre-recorded content. Basically, it's myself and Aaron sat around a table in a Brewdog normally, mainly because Brewdog Waterloo's got a fantastic podcasting studio, so it's an absolutely brilliant space for podcasting from and recording loads of content. We're normally sat around the table, having a pint or a non-alcoholic beverage, if that's what the person prefers, and just having a chat like friends around a table in a pub would. We talk about their background in the industry, what their hopes and ambitions are. We talk about what they're doing now and why that makes them stand out. Now, some of these friends are friends from software providers. So we've had Swoop, Cresco, Sage, loads of different providers on. Some of these friends are from accounting firms. So we've got Sam Mitchum. We've had other various accountants on. Tomorrow, we're going to be interviewing Jonathan Valentine from QuickBooks. We're going to be interviewing a couple of people from Capium who do accounts, tax, bookkeeping, practice management, etc. as well. And we're interviewing Abigail, who started with an accounting firm determined to help educate young people in money and business skills. And through one post on social media went absolutely viral. And it was a genuine, proper viral post for all the right reasons. And from there, she's basically just constantly invited onto Sky, BBC programs, news programs, all sorts. So it's going to be really interesting to chat to her about why it went viral. What was she talking about? What's changed in her life since then? And what we can all learn from it. Both the upsides and the downsides, because it's not all fame and celebrity. So we are going to be interviewing them throughout the day at Waterloo Brewdog in their podcasting studio. And I will bring to you kind of snippets where I can. Obviously, we don't have to give all the good stuff away because then you won't watch the interviews. But we'll bring you some snippets. We'll bring you some photos, etc. And I'll try and bring you my key takeaways from each interview at the end of each interview. So that's it for day 2. I'm gonna hit the bed and crash and sleep, ready for a full day of interviewing. Again, I don't know why, but even the interview days take it out of me. Like, you're just talking. I think it's because you're constantly thinking what and building on the answers that someone gives you. But yeah, we'll be interviewing those 3 fantastic people tomorrow, and then we'll crack on. Get back on the train tomorrow night. I've got loads of emails to get through. I've already been chatting to the guys at Client Engager about some feedback we've had on different features. Basically, those many hats, or many t-shirts as I like to refer to them, always on, always replying to my team, always replying to my clients, Client Engager users, Client Engager team, and planning podcasting in this case as well. So always lots going on. Plates are always spinning in the head, but it's definitely time to call it a night and get some sleep before I have to go back and interview lots of people tomorrow. So I will see you all in the morning. Good morning. As you can see, it's all about Ask the Accountant today. Plan was get up, get showered, get dressed, pack the bags, get downstairs, ready to go and start recording for Ask the Accountant podcast. We've got cool friends. Slight change of plan. At just gone midnight last night, Peter, our lead developer at Client Engager, sent me 2 Loom videos with absolutely tons of updates coming up for Client Engager. So this morning I've had to go through all of those videos, watch them all through a couple of times, just make sure I understand all the new features and how they're all working, summarize those points. Then I needed to share all those update points onto the Client Engager Facebook community page. I had to get all that sorted out so that the community know what's coming up next week for their updates. I'll then need to film some various training videos and how-to videos on all those new features, which I will be doing over the weekend to make sure that they're ready and published so all of the Client Engager users know what they're doing. This is one of the challenges I have, is the unpredictable nature of things. So I can plan ahead, I can organise my diary, but when Peter can just pull out of the bag some amazing updates, I then have to rethink my diary, rethink my plans, and work out how I'm going to get all this stuff done. So this morning I need to pack, and then before I do that though, I need to get this quite long post written and published to the Facebook community group for the Client Engager team and all of our Client Engager users, so they know what's coming up and they can start planning how to implement those updates in their workflows next Friday when they will release. So I would imagine in next week's day in the life, you'll be following me doing some video recordings for Client Engager, showing off these new features, and just sharing that information with our community. But for now, Facebook post, pack, and move over to Waterloo, ready to go filming and podcasting all day with those 3 great guests that I spoke about last time. And yeah, go and enjoy the day of podcasting before heading back home this evening on the train. So I'll probably be home just before midnight tonight. Then it'll be a weekend of chill, hopefully, with a bit of Client Engager work thrown in for good measure. So I will catch up with you all later in the day.
Or just buy the camera, then you buy all the gear, and it's only actually.
In a previous life, I did photography for like GCSE, and I like obsessed. I had a massive SLR, I had my camera on, I had so many things going on.
I said during the Q&A session, I said, "Oh, I'm on the MTD. It's a beta," and they were like, "Found one in the wild. they exist."
Yeah, you don't know what you're missing out on. We get to stay out all day. I get it. Let you off.
Okay, so it is 9:30, just gone, on Friday night. I'm on the final half an hour of my skint on the train back to Edinburgh from London. Really good day today. Interviewed 3 fantastic sets of guests. So first we had Abby, who is running a fantastic business teaching young people financial education, which quite frankly education in schools are missing through no fault of the teachers. It's the curriculum that they're set. We spend more time looking at Shakespeare and trigonometry than we do pay slips and mortgages, but we had a really good chat about that, and also the fame that action and what she's doing is bringing her. I do apologise if the camera is tilting. It's the gimbal trying to compensate for the angle of the train that it's moving at. So yeah, fantastic first session with her, first recording. So that podcast will come out in a couple of weeks once it's edited. Then we met Nick and his colleague, one of the co-founders of Capium, and spoke about their ecosystem. We spoke about direction. We spoke about the impact of HMRC changing their legislative dates for MTD on a small technology business like theirs. So that was really interesting. We spoke about the benefits of conferences and the costs and the repercussions of all the conferences that are moving everything into one place in one period of time at the start of next year in 2024. So that was really good. And then we finished off with a fantastic interview with Jonathan Valentine, or JV as he's known, from QuickBooks. He's one of the product managers. He's responsible for delivering MTD VAT for the flat rate. He's responsible for delivering working papers, and he currently works on all of the accounts production and tax production that they're gradually rolling out. So we had a really fascinating chat with him about how QuickBooks works, how it looks and identifies problems, the freedom and the culture that the company gives their team to identify and fix problems. So yeah, really interesting conversation with JV, as it always is with him. Aaron and I have known him for a few years now. So yeah, so that summarises the week. It's been a long 3 days away. I'm back home. I'll be home by just before midnight tonight. Saturday and Sunday, I've got no plans. I'm just going to chill out. Well, actually, on Saturday, I need to go up to the O2 store and pre-order my new iPhone 15 Pro Max, because that's the kind of guy I am. I like to have my new toys. But after that, I'm going to be chilling out, because Monday morning we will be zooming down to Manchester, ready for Accountex North. So 3 busy days there, and I cannot wait to share that next week with you. Monday is a travel day to Manchester and a setup for the podcasting at Manchester at Accountex North. Tuesday is you'll see us filming and producing all the podcasts and everything else we do at a conference. Wednesday, we're hoping to do one more Ask the Accountant We've Got Cool Friends interview, and then I'll be travelling home again. Thursday is going to probably be your first proper sight into what I do in my day-to-day work. I've got lots of client meetings, client Engager demos, so you'll be able to come and see some snippets and behind the scenes of that, and my views and my thoughts of each client meeting and stuff. And Friday will be much of the same as Thursday, looking at it. Thursday's diary is already full from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. with appointments. It's all back to back because I've been away from the office for so much. But then Friday's looking a little bit spacier and emptier, which also will be the day that you would have seen this video go live. So the plan for this is we will record Monday to Friday. It'll be edited and produced, and then we will send out shorts Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, ready for the release of this 6 p.m. on a Friday night. So when you're watching this, it was the Monday to Friday of the week before the end of the week you're watching this, if that makes any form of sense. Thank you for joining me for the first week of a day in the life. I appreciate it's not really a day, it's more of a week in the life, but I just get up to so much on so many different days. It's important that I show you all that, I feel, and just open the doors and show you behind the scenes of what I do. Huge thank you to Lizzie, who is producing and editing this. She's got gigabytes worth of data in the form of video footage being uploaded to her every day to sift through, cut out the good stuff, edit it, and put it into some kind of context and timeline for you all. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you've got any thoughts, if there's any areas you'd like me to delve deeper into, do you want me to show you how I structure a meeting? Do you want me to show you what softwares we use to run my businesses? Do you want me to show you what tools I use and apps I use on my phones to communicate with people? Do you want to see the devices and the hardware I use for filming and sound and meetings and all of that good stuff? I'm a fairly open book, and I always have been. So anything you guys are looking to see, how does Johann do this? How does Johann do that? How does Johann's company run without him? Whatever it is, stick it in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to see if we can't support that going forwards and deliver some kind of content around it. Thank you very much again for joining me on the first week of A Day in the Life, and I will see you all again next week. Hello, my name's Johann.
What's advanced is a lot more powerful than QuickBooks Online.
Okay, so I've decided to work to make
But it's a good business, the owner just doesn't care. I'm not sure how much good content Lizzie's getting out of this.
We are live. I've got Johann Goree in the house.
Welcome to another episode of Ask the Accountant We Have Cool Friends.
And I actually met and came up with the idea of this podcast